Hey, Skywalkers!
Yay!
We are ready to record what? Episode 316.
How did this happen? 316.
Yeah, from 300 to 316 raced.
Yeah, pretty soon it's going to be 400. We're going to be like, where did 300 go? What happened? I don't know.
That's 74 more weeks. So that's
Really?
into 2022.
70. Oh, yeah. And that's if we do every week, which we haven't.
And it will be
like 3 a month.
It will be into next year.
Okay.
We get some classic Marvels.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Courtney.
Excellent. Who has joined us now? We've got Courtney.
Courtney's here. Says, hey, guys.
It's the middle of the afternoon. Looks like people are working. Yeah. But that's okay. We got some fun wraparounds to record.
Yeah, some things that we'll need people to join in on.
Yeah.
And Kevin Toft.
Excellent. Hi, Kevin.
Get the whole Skywalking network here.
Awesome. Woohoo!
All right. So on this episode, we're going to be talking to Joey Pittman, who just spent last week at Disneyland, which is why we no longer like Joey Pittman.
Oh.
He made us very, very jealous.
In a fun way, of course.
Glenn Stein is here. Yeah, so Joey told us some stories about Disney World, and the safety precautions and the Skywalker meetups. But we recorded that yesterday, so you'll hear that on a Thursday when the show goes out.
So now we're going to record our wraparounds.
Yeah.
And yes, like a big recording day. So.
Yeah, which includes a discussion on these Jungle Cruise changes.
Yes.
He was at Disney World, yes.
Did we say Disneyland? I don't know.
I said Disneyland, then I caught myself.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
It wasn't until we started the podcast where I knew what the difference was between Disneyland and Disney World. I never knew.
You just always said Disneyland? Or
I think I always just said Disney World because I went to Disney World first. So I just always said Disney World. And why would I think that the two parks would be named something different?
I don't know.
I was young and stupid. Unlike now where I'm just stupid.
Not stupid. What are you talking about? Silly.
I got my moments.
Okay, well, we're going to start. I'm going to hit record right now. Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
So.
Your line is not there.
This. I can do it without it written down.
I can write it down. I can script it out for you. I can cut and paste.
I'm good. I'm good.
Hold on 1 second. Hi, Mark. Continue.
Okay. This is what you can look forward to on episode 316 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers! Are you missing your daily, weekly, yearly visit to the Disney parks?
Yes.
Oh, we miss the feeling of walking through the turnstile into that magical land, the bakery smell as you walk down Main Street, not getting picked on Star Tours. Again? Well, a little later, we'll take you through some time spent at the parks to give you that park feeling. But right now, we want to welcome you back to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife, Sarah.
We are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel fandom. Oh, and hi, sweetie.
Hey.
I'm glad to be here joining you today.
Well, I'm joining you and you're joining me.
But now it's time to welcome our Skywalkers. So, if you're listening right now, take a deep breath. Feel that sprinkle of pixie dust on your face. And imagine a big Wookiee hug from us for our family of Skywalkers. And if you're just listening for the first time, then you are now a Skywalker. So join us and the rest of the Skywalker family on a fun and positive adventure through fandom. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm always looking at you.
Okay.
Am I creeping you out today?
You're all up in my business.
That's just a Tuesday for us. Now, we are recording this from Long Beach, California on January the 26th, 2021.
We are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, which is a diamond-level Disney vacation planner travel agency and can help you book your trip to Disney parks around the world. And best of all, their service is free of charge. So check it out and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you. Just head to smallworldvacations.com.
And guess what?
What?
Small World Vacations, they're going to be sponsoring our Friday night pop culture trivia.
Woohoo! Awesome!
They are a great sponsor and really believe in the product that we're putting out, the energy and just the positivity. So they were such a welcome addition to the Skywalking Network and one of the highlights from Star Wars Celebration Chicago.
Absolutely. All right, so what's coming up on this episode?
I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
We are recording this from Long Beach, California on January the 26th, 2021. Now say your line.
Which one?
Well, coming up on this episode, we will be speaking with Skywalker Joey Pittman, co-host of the Disney Universe podcast. He spent the last week at the Disney parks in Orlando and came back with stories and how they are handling their safety precautions.
Also, how they are handling California citizens who have ended up in Florida because we missed the park so much.
Yeah, we're very exotic over there.
Yeah. He also held his own Skywalker meetups.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joey. Oh, he's a great representative for Skywalking Through Neverland.
Absolutely. Now, also on this episode, we have shout outs and
things we want to share.
Oh, and yes, Mark, I got my hair cut. Richard got his hair cut too. Guess who cut our hairs? We cut each other's. Yay. Okay. All right. Did you want to say this one or? Yeah, why don't you?
See, Martin's doing this to me right now. So I'll do this. Hey, Martin, can you get a screenshot of that? Okay, ready?
No. Stop it.
All right. Well, let me know how that turned out.
Okay.
All right. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or in this case, the elephant in the bathing pool.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, you did. Now, a headline in the LA Times reads, Disneyland to make the Jungle Cruise more inclusive after years-long complaints of racism. Now, I see where they're going with this, but have there been year-long complaints of racism from Jungle Cruise?
I haven't heard them, but I guess so. I mean, reading the article, it kind of explains that, like,
it makes sense.
Right. It makes sense. I guess I didn't really notice it. Well, when we go to Jungle Cruise, it's like a tongue-in-cheek thing, right?
Right.
And it's not like, I mean, the Pirates of the Caribbean kind of had the glaring one where all the women were being auctioned off. Like, show them your larboard side. You know, that it didn't offend me, but I just noticed it and I felt it was part of the culture of that time.
Right.
So, but whereas the Jungle Cruise, I didn't really get that sensibility.
Yeah, and seeing how knee-deep we are in fandom, you would think that we would have heard something.
Right.
Because 1 out of every 100 comments on social media is positivity. The other 99 are complaining about something. So you would have figured we would have. But you know what? But they're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
These changes, they're long overdue.
Exactly. And they follow on the heels of things like Splash Mountain, which will now be rethemed to Tiana, and which makes sense.
Which makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
After watching Song of the South, it's like, oh, let's just shut the doors on Splash Mountain.
Right. Yeah. So it does make sense. And but also we have to say that Carl Nordstrom and Courtney Turkel are chiming in that they have not heard of anything for Jungle Cruise once. So yeah, although apparently horrifyingly racist is how one of Disney's peers in the theme park design community, the Thinkwell Group, characterized some of these Jungle Cruise scenes.
All right.
Wow.
Put the brakes on.
I know.
Put the brakes on. Horrifyingly racist. I wouldn't go that far, but then you think, wait a minute, who is this Thinkwell Group? Well, they are a global experience design and production company specializing in the creation and master planning of theme parks. So you know what that says? They work for Universal.
Oh.
So of course they would go into Toontown and say that's horrifyingly racist.
Right, right. Also, Jungle Cruise is one of the few remaining original attractions that opened in 1955 that, of course, Walt Disney had a hand in. So this is one of those attractions, kind of like, well, Small World was, yeah, small, like one of those attractions that, people are very, what is that called? Protective
Right.
over. But
Yeah.
it has been changed throughout the years. So like Jungle Cruise did not start how it is right now as a farce. It started as an actual river cruise, and you were supposed to believe that the animals you see were like actual animals.
Yeah, and it was really based on hippos and crocodiles, and it just turned very jokey.
Right, right. And it was inspired by the movie The African Queen. The African Queen,
which Walt Disney loved.
Right.
Now, Martin Keeler says in the chat,
uh-oh.
My dad loves Jungle Cruise, which may be a clue that it's not quite appropriate now.
Okay, Martin. Well, that's something to weigh in on.
Yeah. But have the Disney team actually met any headhunters lately? Maybe these characterizations are spot on.
I don't know.
In my opinion, they were just creating characters the way they did on Gilligan's Island.
Right. It just seems farcical. They don't seem like they're depicting real people. That's why I think the Jungle Cruise kind of got a pass for so many years. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And are there such things as headhunters, or is that something that was created by Gilligan's Island?
Oh, I don't know. I never saw Gilligan's Island. Yes. I've said this like multiple times.
I know. I blocked that from my head.
I know.
Now, when I read this article, I feared that this was going to be converted into a Jungle Cruise the movie attraction.
Oh, okay.
And I'm so glad that they're not going to do that.
Well, let's tell what's going to happen. So what scene's going to be altered and a new storyline, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
So in these articles, they just made it abundantly clear that no, we're not going to align this with the film. These are just much needed changes, and it just so happens that the film is coming out as well. Okay. So you're not going to see Emily Blunt and The Rock all over the place, which I'm so glad.
Me too.
We don't need that. Now, to answer your question, what scenes are going to be altered and what is the new storyline? Well, it says in this article, the story of the attraction will be tweaked and guests will follow the exploits of a Jungle Cruise tour gone awry, and throughout the ride, catch glimpses of this past expedition. Expect to see an old Jungle Cruise boat overtaken by chimpanzees, while also fueling more corny jokes from the ride's tour guides.
Okay.
Now, isn't this the premise to the Jurassic Park ride at Universal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, when you go along the path, you see the overturned Jeep transport from the, I guess.
It kind of is happening to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think they borrowed a little bit from that.
Right.
Which is okay. It works.
I mean, it's a very classic storyline, and I think it makes a lot of sense for this ride as well. And so Courtney chiming in here. Yes, there are headhunters. When they went to the Bowers Museum, there's an exhibit on headhunters, like actual headhunters. And the Bowers Museum they covered in the Neverland Clubhouse podcast, I believe the first episode.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Yeah. So, and the Bowers Museum has right now a Disney exhibit as well.
I'm just used to seeing headhunters depicted in pop culture, like the aforementioned Gilligan's Island and Jungle Cruise. So I hadn't really spent a whole lot of time in jungles. So I don't know I'm sure they were based on something, but do they really shrink heads? I don't know. It's been a while since one of them has called me and updated me. I don't know.
Okay,
I love this new plot, this new premise.
Well, so just so you know, along with this Jungle Cruise tour gone awry, there will also be a new animated skipper character who was in charge of that cruise that didn't go so well.
Wait a minute. I'm smelling a Captain Rex reference.
Well,
from
really?
Star Tours.
Oh,
his ride didn't go so well either.
Yeah.
So smelling a little Captain Rex in here.
Okay.
And there's a missed opportunity if they do not name the skipper Rex.
I think that would be very confusing though. Skipper Rex, I guess.
Skipper Rex or Skipper John Farmer.
Right.
And we'll get into
Skipper
John
Jono.
Farmer in a couple of minutes.
Yes.
But there's got to be some kind of or Mark Davis, Skipper Davis.
Oh,
Mark Davis,
yeah.
who created much of the original rides, including the Jungle Cruise.
Hmm.
Yeah, so...
Or would it be a woman skipper?
Ooh,
Hmm.
yes.
Probably.
But the best part about this new reboot is the jungle gets the last laugh.
Yes,
Which-
and I like that.
I think that's a fantastic idea, that the environment kicks the butts of these humans
Yeah.
and says, hey, you know what? If you don't like it, stay out of our face.
Now we're talking Jurassic Park.
Yeah, oh, there you go. You know, don't get up on our grill if you don't like the way we handle things.
Exactly. So yeah, there's going to be like a reworking of the trapped safari scene where you see all the people up the tree, you know, in a rhinoceros, right?
Yeah, you get those tour guides who are wearing the little fezzes. So I'm
Right.
sure Kevin Topt loves this. And with that one guy who looks like the guy from Jumanji up on top.
Right.
And that's one of the things that's like, okay, we got to boot this because why is that white guy up top there?
Exactly. So now it's going to be just random adventurers who are scurrying up a tree of all different ethnicities and female and male, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to avoid the horn of the rhinoceros. So that is what they're going to change that into.
But now, as you pointed out before we started recording,
yes.
Who does this guy in the bottom look like?
Yes, in this concept art we got in this Los Angeles Times article, the bottom guy, he's got a hat, he's got a white beard. It looks like John Farmer, who, Imagineer, he unfortunately did pass away last year. And so I think that character is a tribute to him.
Yeah, and Star Wars fans will know him because he's always the cosplayer who dresses up like Santa Rex. From Rebels.
Santa Rex, and he also does a fantastic from Jurassic Park. What's his name?
Richard Attenborough.
Yeah.
His character.
I feel bad. I'm not
Hammond. John Hammond.
Yeah,
yes.
Fantastic. So yeah, that it definitely looks like him there. So hopefully that is a nice tribute. And John Farmer did work on Galaxy's Edge.
Well, it's customary for these animatronics to look like Disney Imagineers.
Yeah.
Because when you're sculpting it, it's like, who can I sculpt? I get a mirror in front of me.
Yeah.
I'll sculpt me.
I wonder if Kim Irvine will be one of the Imagineers too. She's working on the project though, so we'll see.
I'm sure she's in there somewhere.
Yeah. No expense spared then, says Martin.
Yeah, and the rhinos will all be real.
Yeah.
The piranhas will all be real. The snakes, the chimpanzees, everything will be real.
Yes.
And the barbed wire will not be real. Now, another scene they're changing is the spear waving war party. And this was added to the Jungle Cruise in 1957.
Okay.
And this is when unfortunately, they're getting rid of this. I can understand why, but it was really the basis of one of the funniest gags of the whole ride.
Yes.
And you have these headhunters all chanting in a circle, and you have a couple of guys beating the drum, and the skipper would say, "Everyone, shh, let me see if I can understand what they're saying." You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, and they do the hokey pokey, and you're like, "Oh, that's
funny.
Classic.
Yeah.
That's just too funny."
Yeah.
And then another line, now they're all coming to me. Another line is like, "Hold on, let me see if I can tell you what they're saying. I speak their native tongue. Hold on." Nope, I can't do it. It's just like, they set it up and they go, "Nope, can't understand what they're saying."
Right. That's cute. Yeah,
And
I would love to see you as a Jungle Cruise skipper.
Oh, I would love that job. But you gotta
get in so much trouble though.
Yeah,
because you go off script
all the time, because comedy comes from the experiences that are happening right then and there.
Absolutely.
And I'd be going, "Okay, guys, where should we never land? On Alderaan? Yes, it is." Who here's a Skywalker? And it would be a whole big plug.
Thing, yeah.
Now, another thing they're going to trade out is Trader Sam.
No.
He's the headhunter at the very end who's got a couple of heads that he's trying to lure you over with.
Yeah, he'll trade 2 of his heads for
one of yours.
I always thought that was a nice button to the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean,
I never saw him as hostile either.
no, and of course we've got Trader Sam's actual bars named after him.
And you know what? I never put that together.
Oh, really?
I never knew.
Oh, that's funny.
Because when I saw Trader Sam, I just thought Trader Joe's, and I would lose all kind of Disney references.
Funny. Oh, you're so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, so while I feel that taking out Trader Sam would be a little sad, because he has the bars named after him, I do like the overall idea of the whole attraction story. I think much better. Yeah, the new one. Where the jungle takes control.
Oh, I mean, love that.
I think that's perfect. Like I feel that's great. So and it also, I mean, ultimately it dovetails better with what the Disney brand has become and what it means to people now. Like over the decades, it really has shifted from kind of cartoonish and simplistic depictions of cultures to a brand that has a more global perspective. Animal Kingdom itself is like kind of showing you that global perspective.
I think they're doing that out of necessity of the times.
Yeah, that too. But that too. Well, should we go over some Skywalker comments here?
Yeah, we put it on Facebook asking Skywalkers, okay, what would be sacrilege to take out?
All right.
Courtney Turkel, she says, definitely if they took out the backside of water joke, if they do not leave that in there,
yeah,
I'm going to boycott water. She would be really upset if they took out that joke. I would also be upset if your skipper's roles were reduced.
That is a very good point.
I like the fact that it is one of the only 2 attractions where the cast member is with you and interacting with you throughout the entire ride, the other one being Storybook Canal Boats.
Indeed. Although I would argue, well, I guess it's not the whole ride, but a lot of the new Star Wars ride,
Rise of the
Resistance, they're with you as part of the story. Not the whole ride, though. So she's right. Courtney is right.
Yeah.
All right. So James Rowan, though, he says, I might be alone here, but I've always felt that the jokes were a little overdone on this ride. I think they should take them down a notch and add some real information into their spiels. Oh.
They have museums for that.
Yeah. And it sounds like they're not going to do that at all, James. I'm sorry. They're going to up the goofiness.
Yeah, that's one of the appeals.
I think so, too.
There's a lot of appeals to the Jungle Cruise, but for me, the biggest piece is the fun, corny jokes.
Right. And even if they're bad, it's just fun to enjoy the badness together. Mm-hmm. And I just like the Jungle Cruise in general because it's a place to sit. That's kind of cool.
Well, I think what James Rowan really likes is the aspect of the train when they go through the Jurassic or prehistoric times and
the prehistoric world.
Yeah, and all those little scenarios that take you through history.
Grand Canyon.
That's perfect for that.
Okay.
But for me, I'm just saying, for me, I like all the corny, fun jokes.
Yes.
However, the one thing, if you change just one thing, change the audio system. Oh. You can hardly ever hear what they're saying.
Yes.
Because they have their mouth up close to the mic and like the back. What? So I'm really hoping they change that out. Maybe give them, headset mics, but that would kind of ruin the illusion of the whole skipper.
Yeah.
But still, someone has got to tell them, hey, your audio system is terrible.
I agree. Yeah.
So they've got to change that.
Oh, but Kevin has an interesting idea.
They should have Gungans hiding in the forest. Oh. Oh my goodness.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Also, Mark would like DuckTales.
Not only would he like DuckTales, but he would like DuckTales woo-woo. All right. Now, Jamie Alice Capo, she says, I love the shrunken heads and the spears, which I'm pretty sure are going. Yep, you got that right. The baby elephant at the end is so cute, too. I would be sad if they took out the hippos. I'm curious why they decided to make the only female explorer in the concept art an artist. So go ahead and look at that concept art.
Okay.
And there's a whole bunch of explorers going up this tree where once it was a
Yes.
totem pole.
Okay. Actually, it looks like the top one is also
The top figure
A
is a
female.
female. She's an explorer.
And then there's one in the middle who's also the artist who I think looks female too. So I
Yeah,
think
she's a
that's
female.
what she may be referring to.
Then she says, I find that sexist as she could easily be an explorer instead. I'm not sure why that would be sexist.
Yeah.
Being if she's just an artist, not just an artist, but an artist.
Yeah.
When you're at Disney, artists, those are on top of the
Totem pole.
pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, but everyone's got their point of view.
Definitely.
But Jamie, look at that top person up there. That's a female. The one next to the two birds.
Okay.
There's Toucan Sam up there too.
Oh, there is. How cute.
Then Jamie Alice Capo also says, however, I'm happy they added a female. Wondering if there are any people of color on the ride, or if they have been all replaced by white people, news and chimps, per the concept art.
Okay.
I'm sure. I'm very, very, very sure.
Yeah, they're gonna have a
Yes.
smattering of everyone. Yeah.
I'm sure they got someone on the staff just to make sure that
They
that's
do.
not overlooked.
They actually do. In fact, I believe she's quoted in this article. Oh, give me a second. Oops.
Okay, hold on. There's a lot of quotes over here.
Okay, this is it. Yes. So actually they do. Carmen Smith is the executive of creative development and inclusion strategies at Walt Disney Imagineering. Yes. So they do. Also,
someone help me out with this one.
Well, she was named I think a year or two ago and she's been working on things like I don't think she was around for the opening of Rise of the Resistance because I thought we met her, but maybe not. But I know we've definitely talked with Chris Beatty here and also Kim Irvine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad they do honestly have someone who's looking out for inclusion strategies, but do we need that?
Yes. I think
I think it's pretty much a given that you have to have people of all kinds of colors.
Right, but the fact
genders.
that they have someone like actually in charge of that makes it more likely to happen. So I think that's important.
It is important. Do we need someone to make sure that happens?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Yes, because everyone has their perspectives. Yeah. And so we need someone with.
Well, the reason why there were so many white guys earlier because all the sculptors were white guys.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't think they really made it a plan to make it all white guys. That's just who they sculpted themselves.
Right.
Now, in the end, if they're gonna change anything else, they have to leave in the puppets. All right.
Now, which puppets are these?
These are the puppets for the Jungle Cruise ride.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm thinking of our video, Jungle Cruise 2020. All right. So this Jungle Cruise will not have puppets, and not shot in our pool.
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You'll have to go to YouTube for that one. Skywalking Through Neverland YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay.
Jungle Cruise 2020.
Yes.
Now, one last thing I just want to say: if they take out the sleeping zebra tableau, I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I thought that was a little grotesque for the youngins.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Okay. So, Skywalkers, what do you want to be left in? They're going to gut the whole thing and they're going to reboot it. So, what is one thing that you want left in Jungle Cruise? All right. Let us know on Instagram, in our Facebook chat. Give us a call. Come by the house sometime.
Whatever. At Skywalking Pod.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. All right. So now let's move on to some Star Wars news that we got this morning, bright and early in our inboxes. New Star Wars stamps are coming this spring to the US.
Woohoo!
There's going to be 10 of them, and they are character-inspired stamps featuring beloved droids. So since there's 10 stamps, there are 10 droids, and they include IG-11, of course, R2-D2, of course, K2SO, there's Dio, L337. I'm excited about L3. There's BB-8. Maybe that'll be my favorite stamp. There's C-3PO, a Gonk power droid, 2-1B, and Chopper.
I'm so happy they included Chopper in this.
Me too. Oh, I love that Chopper is part of it.
That is a good smattering of droids, but they left a couple of droids out.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see them in the next iteration of stamps.
Oh.
Yeah, they left out FX7. Now, if you're talking droids in Star Wars, you got to have FX7. Come on.
Okay, remind me who that is.
He is the cylindrical droid that helped Luke Skywalker after his Wampa attack in The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
He's
yes,
got all the arms.
Okay.
You also saw him.
He's with 2-1B, right?
Yes,
okay.
yes. We saw
they have
saw him in Revenge of the Sith. We saw him in Star Wars Rebels.
Okay, but the fact I asked you who that was means that they didn't pick him.
No, not at all. For LOM, we'll see him next time.
Okay.
IG-88.
Well, they have IG-11, and if you put IG-88 too, it'll confuse people.
Right. I'm surprised they didn't include Bucket from Star Wars Resistance.
I'm not.
All right, there's battle droids, Treadwell, R5D4, the Death Star droid. I love me some droids, okay?
Okay, well, I'm glad they picked who they did. Also, now, this is very interesting, but these stamps are apparently inspired by Lucasfilm's commitment to STEM and the ongoing collaboration between Star Wars Force for Change and the global nonprofit organization FIRST. Now, this is all according to the press release, and I guess that's great to say that, but there's nothing on these stamps that say that or no donation mentioned, so it's
the fact that they're droids.
Yeah, but like, who's gonna look at the droids on a stamp and go, oh, this must be because Star Wars is into STEM?
Yes, I want to learn about science, technology, education, and math.
So I don't understand. But it's on the press release, so there you go.
Yeah, Martin Keeler saying no bollocks either.
Which one is that?
Bollocks? Oh, where'd it go?
Bollocks.
Bollocks. From The Force Unleashed.
It's like a bad word in England, Martin.
Master Com from the Wheel storyline in classic Marvel Star Wars comics.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, they left out a lot.
Oh,
but
man.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm glad they have Chopper.
Yeah. I'm really very happy. Yeah.
That's going to make a lot of niche people very happy.
Now, do you recall back in 2007 to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Star Wars?
Absolutely, I do.
Lucasfilm and USPS collaborated and converted mailboxes to look like R2-D2.
There was one right outside my work.
I'm so hoping they do that again.
That was really cool. And they had the stamps had artwork by Drew Struzan.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't they like presented at Celebration on that big stage.
Celebration 4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. On May the 25th.
2007.
2007, yeah. And then fans had to pick what was their favorite stamp, and then that was the one that was going to be ongoing.
Oh. But how long was it ongoing? Because I don't see it anymore.
Not a long time.
Oh, sad.
Yeah. I don't know why. Don't know why.
Ah.
Yeah. And the winner was Yoda.
Yay, Yoda.
Now, Eric Unkenhout is working on an article right now with all this documented and leading up to the new stamps.
Okay.
So it'll be fun to see how the stamps started in 2007, and then we're getting a whole new batch of stamps.
Yeah, but we don't know when the actual release date is. It just says spring 2021, so we don't know. However,
wait.
Well, I do kind of wish that these show these.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just remembered right in back of me in my display case, I've got these Last Jedi stamps as given to us by Martin Keeler.
Aww.
Martin's in the chat right now. Hey, Martin.
Aww.
I have these in my display case right behind me.
That's awesome.
But I believe...
And these are Great Britain, right?
Yeah, these were just United Kingdom.
Royal Mail mint stamps. Ooh, look at the back. It's a bunch of droids. Sorry, guys. Look at that. That's so cool. Wow.
Yeah, and as Glenn Stein is pointing out, there have been numerous series in the UK.
Wonder why not so much here. Now, one thing I do have to say about these droid stamps is that they're really just like the images of the droids. It's not artwork, and I really like the
artwork. Yeah.
Like the Drew Struzan ones were gorgeous, and I really wish they would have had more an artistic bent to them. That's just me though.
Those days, long over.
Why is that?
Because everything now is clip art. Look at movie posters.
Yeah.
When we posted our last episode with Greg Hildebrand, most of the comments were like, oh, we don't see artwork like this anymore.
No.
Because it's all now just digitally reproduced.
Right. In Photoshop.
Yeah. Yeah. And
it is easier.
I miss those days too.
Yeah.
Now, to add on to that, back in 1977, there was a box set of Star Wars stamps released.
Really? I don't remember that.
Really, why? But you know what? I never opened mine. I kept mine closed, but I don't believe there were actual stamps you could put on letters.
Okay.
I think they were just stamps to collect.
Weird.
You know, this just came to me, or I would have found that box of stamps somewhere. But wow. So stamps have gone a long way.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and I love the fact that this is something that's actually incorporated into our society, meaning this is something that that's official.
Right.
Just like this right over here. This is Star Wars money that I'm holding in my hand.
That's right.
From Denmark?
No, New Zealand.
New
right?
Zealand, yes, yeah. yes. Yeah, a long time ago they had released all these Star Wars coins.
Oh my God.
and I love that, the fact that this is something official that you use in your everyday life.
Here's the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Queen.
And on the front is Luke Skywalker in his Bespin fatigues.
And on my nails are penguins.
That's why she's holding the coin right now, so everyone can admire her nails. So everyone, please admire Sarah's nails.
Aren't they cute? Ah.
What, Luke Skywalker or?
No, the penguin.
Well, you're covering Luke.
I know.
I used to carry this with me everywhere. Just to have like a Luke Skywalker coin, then I got all messed up.
Oh no!
But I do have a second one.
Okay, good. All right. Well, that was very illuminating.
It was. All right. So, Skywalkers, are you gonna get these stamps? Do people go and buy stamps anymore?
Yes. Of course we'll buy them.
Yes. Some things we pass over, but these are something that calls out.
Absolutely.
So we will be getting them. Yay. All right, with that, let's talk with Joey Pittman, who just spent the week at the Disney parks.
Perfect. All right. Shout outs. You want to take over this?
Sure. All right, for shout outs this week, let's shout out all the winners from last Friday's Pop Culture Trivia Challenge.
Woohoo! All right, so for Name the Child Actor, who won that?
Courtney Turkel. She took that top honor. She can name all those child actors as seen today.
That's right.
Don't think I could have gotten most of them.
No.
Look at Edward Furlong. Look at Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, I would have got him.
I would have never gotten them. But hey, you know what? Courtney got them all. And the winner of the Name the Movie posters from the 2010 category was Patty and Raffy. The presidential category.
The presidential films category. That winner was James Rowan.
And the space films category went to Rick Prado. But the overall winner of the night was Dan Boris.
Congratulations, Dan. Now, that's unusual when someone who did not win one of the categories
but he
won the overall night, because I think he probably got, what, second or third place in everyone?
Yeah, which means he got put way up there.
Right.
But so he got the overall best score.
Yes.
But Alan Sanborn, he wins for the most questions answered correctly.
Nice.
So he got 34 out of 41 questions he answered correctly, whereas Dan got 33.
But Dan was faster.
Yes, which is why Dan won the night.
All right. Well, that was exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
So for this week, we're still working on some categories.
Ooh, but what do we have so far?
Whereas last week we had Name the Child Actors, This week we're going to have name the actors from their very young days, like Betty White. Ever see a picture of her in her 20s?
Oh.
Yeah, try saying that's Betty White.
Okay.
It'd be very difficult.
Name the older actors while they're young.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
Before they're known.
Or before they look the way you have really associated with them.
Right.
Like Alec Guinness.
Uh-huh.
I just saw a picture of him in his 30s. Like,
oh, yeah.
Never.
No. Well, Sean Connery, I always knew him as the Salt and Pepper.
James Bond.
James Bond. No. Before. Well, I knew him as the Salt and Pepper character from like Indiana Jones and Last Crusade. Right. Then I saw him in James Bond. I'm like, whoa, that's same guy. Like, because he's like blonde haired almost. He's not. He doesn't have that Salt and Pepper look, which is very definitive. I don't know.
So pop culture trivia happens every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Then stay with us because at 7:45 p.m. we do our WandaVision Zoom discussion roundtables.
Yes, and anyone can come to these Zoom discussions, and we really get into the episode of the week of WandaVision, and really kind of it's very helpful because sometimes those episodes are like, what just happened? And so you have to dissect it a little bit, and I love that. And then we record those Zoom discussions and we put out the audio as a podcast episode in the Skywalking Force, our Patreon. So that's a great way to be able to listen back.
Everyone who joins in, they're going to express their own opinions and initial thoughts.
Yes.
Which is something that I think is important to know, because there's a lot of discussions like this where people don't get a chance to say their piece.
Oh yeah, we always make sure everyone gets to share their thoughts on it before we then start a discussion. Yeah.
Yep. So thanks to everyone who joins us for those, like in the chat right now. Courtney Turkel joins us. Glenn Stein joins us and answers some questions that we have that pop up. We give Glenn a lot of homework and he always pulls through.
Absolutely. Oh, we love it. All right, and we also want to share that both a new episode of Neverland Clubhouse and Resilience Squadron have released this week. And then be on the lookout for a new Totally Tell Me Everything with me and Bryn about space that will come out towards the beginning of February.
Lots going on over here.
On the Skywalking Network, that's right.
Well, that wraps up episode 316 of Skywalking Through Neverland. We want to thank Joey Pittman for sharing his stories.
Walt Disney World stories.
I almost said Disneyland. We want to thank Joey Pittman for sharing his Magic Kingdom stories.
Walt Disney World
What
stories.
did I say?
Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
But that's not correct.
Right. We want to thank Joey Pittman for sharing his Walt Disney World stories and making us jealous and giving us a little touch of Batu once again, because it's been so long.
You know what? I think I'm going to go whip up some blue milk after this.
Oh, with a little bit of rum? Yeah.
That's not in the diet, but maybe?
It is. Yes, it is. I looked ahead. Okay, it is.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So we want to thank all of you Skywalkers also for coming on the show, chatting with us, whether it be the live shows, whether it be the pop culture trivia, the Zoom, the WandaVision discussions. The Skywalkers are the backbone of the network.
Yes, and we love that.
So once again, everybody, join us for pop culture trivia at 6:30 p.m. every Friday. Then at 7:45 p.m., our WandaVision discussions. And then in February or March, we'll do the Falcon and the Winter Soldier discussions.
Yes. Yeah. And once again, like all of these will be, well, So, and if that's too much information right now to carry in your head, just sign up to receive our weekly newsletter. You can sign up by clicking on the link in our show notes or heading to skywalkingthroughneverland.com and look for the tab, sign up for our newsletter, and then be prepared to receive actually 2 emails per week, because we are breaking up the pop culture trivia into an email and
a supplemental.
Zoom. Yeah, a supplemental email with just the pop culture links and the Zoom links for WandaVision, because people are always asking us for those. So we want to make sure you get that information right where you need it in your inboxes. And then we'd also like to thank our sponsor, Small World Vacations, for their continued support.
And if any of you Skywalkers have friends who like pop culture, they like trivia, always welcome. Always room for more. So invite friends, invite family, invite your pets. A lot of people bring their pets.
Yeah, we get to see everyone's pets. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that. We also want to give a shout out to Eric Unkenhout, who has started a series of articles on comics on skywalkingthroughneverland.com, which are very informative. And so, yeah, if you're into comics or want to learn more about comics, please check out his articles.
He just wrote one on the new Spider-Man costume.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why they're changing. Don't break what's not broken. But he wrote a great article breaking that down.
Yeah.
The new Spider-Man costume. Wrote another one on the new Avengers comics, the Enter the Phoenix storyline.
Super cool.
Yes. So see, we're trying to be inclusive over here. The Skywalking Network. We can allow DC to come in.
Okay, good.
Now we all
go. No, you say this.
Now we'd like to give we want to give a huge thank you to our sponsor, Small World Vacations, for their continued support on the show and now the pop culture trivia. Thinking of a trip to Disney parks? Well, Joey did, and look, he went.
That's right.
We can fill out a get a quote form at smallworldvacations.com today. Their vacation planning service is free of charge. You don't really associate the word free and Disney in the same sentence.
No.
So check it all out and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Do you love Skywalking Through Neverland and want more content?
Sure do.
Well, consider becoming a member of the Skywalking Force, our Patreon. Our bonus content begins at only $5 a month, and we have really ramped up our bonus content this year, 2021. We already have 3 bonus episodes for you with plans for many, many more. And if you want to hear fun discussion about your favorite Disney Plus shows, like WandaVision or coming up Falcon and the Winter Soldier, well, the Skywalking Force is the place to be. So head to skywalkingforce.com and have a look at the options. And thank you to those of you who are already part of the Skywalking Force. Also, because of you, we are able to do these pop culture trivia nights because we do have to pay for that software each month. So yeah, if you've been enjoying that and just want to contribute a little bit, like I said, like $5 a month, that would be awesome. And you also have the option to pay an annual amount. So you don't have to worry about it each month. You can just pay that annual amount, be done with it until the next year. So yeah.
Yeah, for those members of the Skywalking Force, they got a huge treat this week where we published a story that we didn't use during our Greg Hildebrand interview.
Right.
Where he talked about having a squirt gun fight with Michael Jackson and The Godfather. That alone is worth the price of admission.
Marlon Brando. Yeah. Yeah. And if you do become a member of the Skywalking Force at $5 a month or above, you do have access to a lot of bonus content episodes. I think there's like 25 or 30 right now. Yeah. So now's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
We are part of the Skywalking Network,
Skynet,
where you can also find other great shows like Talking Apes,
classic Marvel Star Wars comics,
the Max Effects podcast,
the Neverland Clubhouse podcast,
Resilience Squadron,
and Totally Tell Me Everything. I want to know so much about lipstick, and guess what? I got all those questions answered.
You did.
Yeah, I listen to the show. Now I have all the information I need on lipstick.
Now, do you want to wear lipstick?
Now, for social media, where do they go?
We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And you can also join our Facebook group, which you can search Facebook for Skywalking Through Neverland group and request to join and answer the questions that pop up, or we can't let you in. There are over 700 people in that group now.
That's a big group.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And yet it's very close-knit.
It's very close-knit and it's very well-behaved.
Yes.
That is the number one priority. You make trouble, you out.
That's right. You can email us, share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show. And
always remember
to
never land on Alderaan. Yep. Look, I match.
Okay.
Is that good?
I think so.
Neverland on Alderaan. Yay! Well, we have the music that comes up.
Yeah.
All right, Skywalkers.
Martin Killer is in it for the rum.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. And Kevin says, party time. Courtney can't wait for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Me neither. And
Hi,
Purple
Purple
Tank
Tank.
says, hello.
Welcome. Welcome, Purple Tink. I think they've joined us before.
Yeah. Yes. Purple Tank has. All right, everyone. Martin sang it. Neverland on Alderaan.
Nice. All right. Well, I got to prep for my next podcast recording. Oh,
All right, everyone. Today's Tuesday, so we'll see everyone back for pop culture trivia. Can't say that enough. It's a whole lot of fun. I understand if Martin can't make it because it is 2 a.m. to him.
Oh, gosh.
And Kevin says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ta-ta for now.
You see what you want to see.
All right.
All right, everyone.
Bye,
Take care of yourself.
everyone.
Thanks for joining. Later.